Hey y'all, Irix guy here. Now life's full of tough decisions, and one that I've been fighting for a while is the transition from full HD, which is 1080p, high definition, to 4K, also known as Ultra HD. Now, a lot of people think about it and they say, well, those TVs are too expensive, nobody uses them, and that's a true statement. Those TVs are too expensive. Very few people use them. So producing content in 4K at this point in time is really not that significant. But if you think back to when we once had standard definition, that was before we had HD, and then made the transition to HD, and when you first got HD TV, you probably, you maybe had one or two channels that were in HD, and you were watching basically a bunch of garbage on TV just because it was in HD. The same thing's going to happen with 4K. When 4K becomes mainstream, when 4K becomes affordable, people are going to rush out and get those sets, but it's going to be the same scenario at a different resolution. So take that TV home, plug it in, and start watching content, and there's very little content to choose from. Now that's what's prompted my decision, youtube.com/IrixGuy. That's what's prompted Irix Guys Adventure Channel's decision to go ahead and embrace 4K video. Because it's my goal to entertain. It's my goal to provide not only quality content, but current content. I don't want to go out and film with a 1990s cell phone and try to entertain. I want to have the latest and greatest technology, because when I film it and when I watch it when I'm editing the video, I want to provide the viewers, you, my fans, my subscribers. If you haven't subscribed already, be sure to do so. youtube.com/IrixGuy. But to provide y'all with a viewing experience that is cutting edge. So for that reason, I'm embracing 4K video. Now I'm not abandoning 1080p, because there's plenty of purposes for that. And honestly, right now there's a lot of camera equipment from a cost perspective that's not advantageous to upgrade. Like my XA10 that I'm filming with right now, 1080p, great quality. But my first foray into 4K is the GoPro HD Hero 4. The GoPro HD Hero 4 Black Edition. Now, although I've only filmed in 1080p with it so far, since I have ordered the iMac with Retina 5K display, I plan to start editing in 4K. And the advantage to that is that the content that I create in 4K, I can then review and edit in 4K, so I'm seeing what the people will see once those televisions become mainstream, and I'm able to tweak the video, make it look perfectly edited from a visual perspective. But even though it's filmed in 4K, if someone was watching it on a cell phone or an HD TV, it would scale backwards to 1080p or whatever resolution. But since it was filmed natively in 4K, the clarity of that video would be superior. So for that reason, that's why I'm going to 4K. So I'm going to start out with 4K with the GoPro, and as camcorders and whatnot become more mainstream and more affordable, then I'm also going to integrate that equipment into the 4K arsenal as well for Irix Guys Adventure Channel, youtube.com/IrixGuy. And I want to say thanks to everyone, because there's a lot of people out there, a lot of experts. I'm not an expert. I just like to have fun with this. But there's a lot of audio and video experts out there that have commented, and they're like, if you film in 4K, you can always still feature that content for your people that aren't 4K, and that's true. And I never really thought about it from that perspective. I mean, it makes sense, but it's not until the GoPro Hero 4 came out. Sure, Hero 3 Plus had 4K, but it was only 15 frames per second. 15 frames per second to me is not something that I would seriously consider editing in. But 30 frames per second that we have on the GoPro Hero 4 Black, that's the first step into the 4K playing field. So stay tuned for a lot of 4K content. I'm going to not only post 4K content, but I'm going to explore the possibilities of 4K content. There's a lot more to it than just a higher resolution. And how can 4K be an advantage for channels like myself and possibly your channel? Maybe you've got a YouTube channel, and maybe you don't. Maybe you use video for other purposes outside of YouTube. How can 4K benefit you? That's what I want to figure out. I welcome your feedback. Share this video with others. Be sure to subscribe. YouTube.com/IRIXGuy. Thanks for watching, and y'all have a good day.